I'm Saakshi Singla, a child development expert, parenting coach, and a gender equality advocate. Thank you, Etimes Lifestyle, for giving me this opportunity to talk about such a relevant topic, which is the need of the hour today: gender neutral parenting. Gender is not about biological differences between the sexes. Rather, it is a social construct. People define what it means to be a boy or a girl, and these social conditionings often expect children to conform to a specific and a limited gender role and gender expectations from a very young age. Researchers say children start absorbing the gender stereotypes by age 3. Causing the world to expand for boys and shrink for girls by age 10. I really believe that 90% or more than 90% of the problems that we see in the world go back to the kind of parenting styles, teaching styles, and the environment that our children grow up in. Which is why it's very important that we all start conversations about gender roles and expectations early on, and challenge the features and characteristics that are assigned to men and women at home, in our daily routines, in school, and in places of work. And this work is best started with young children at home. Today I'm talking about gender neutral parenting and how you can do that in your homes. From a client who's spoken to me about the kind of restrictions that she's felt, she said, I felt limited, restricted, inferior, less cared for throughout my entire childhood because of my gender. My brother studies abroad, but I'm just waiting to get married as my family thinks that's the best for me because I'm a girl and I don't have to run a family. Such instances are very common in our society. So what is it that you can do to become a gender neutral parent and bring equality in your parenting when you're parenting your sons and daughters? Number 1, don't use gendered language. Make your language at home gender neutral. Talk about children or talk to children in a way that they don't feel that there are any limitations because they are a particular gender. Don't have expectations or any behavioral standards based on their gender. Teach both your boys and girls to help in household work, and also teach them that both should be equipped to run their own households tomorrow, maybe in the household work or even financially. Never tell your daughter you're a girl, so you should not or do something in particular because you're a girl. And don't do that to your sons too. Don't tell them you're a boy, so you should behave like one. The kind of gendered language that we use in our homes seem like this. Girls don't need to take maths. You don't have to worry because you don't have to provide for your family. Sit like, act like, talk like a girl. For boys, very often we hear, don't cry like a girl. Boys are supposed to be strong. You should take professional courses. If you don't take maths or science, how will you provide for your family tomorrow? You need to be a strong boy. Such kind of language gives them an idea very early in their lives that they are different from each other. And society expects different things out of them. So what do our boys do? Our young boys learn to suppress their emotions, which then when they grow up sometimes come out as anger issues, abuse, and addiction problems. And what happens to our girls? Our girls become more submissive, and they also get this idea that they are somewhere inferior than the boys, and a lot of their self-worth is dependent on their looks. So be very careful of the kind of language that you use at home. The other thing that you need to do is stop the body shame. Our world is constructed in a way that makes us compare ourselves to the beauty standards set by media, culture, and society. We constantly measure ourselves against other people and feel judged by our physical appearance. Body shaming is a learned behavior, so it's important for parents to lead by example. Be careful to not be critical of body image, including your own. Reject sexist, negative stereotypes of unrealistic body standards. Number 4, share the care work. If our daughters and our sons don't see fathers, brothers, grandfathers helping at home, how will they understand that care work, household work, is an equal responsibility of both the sexes? So from cooking and cleaning, taking care of children and the elderly, women carry out at least 2.5 times more unpaid housework and care work than men. It's just not possible in today's world because our girls are stepping out, becoming financially independent and working outside the house as well. So it's unrealistic that they see our homes which do not divide the care and the household work. Number 5, set the example by equally dividing all housework with the children in your home. Involve boys in household chores at an early age along with the girls. Make sure that you are in awareness that whatever you're doing, the kind of language that you're using, the kind of expectations that you're setting for your boys and girls, your daughters and sons, is what is going to make them who they are tomorrow. So be careful with the kind of gendered language you use and the kind of gender roles that you play in your home, because if you want to have a gender neutral home, or you understand that that is where we need to take our society to, then we need to start the work at home at a time when children are as young as 3, because they start picking up those stereotypes very early.